So you have these four very powerful interests that did benefit from the death of Kennedy. JFK and RFK were vehemently hated by four very powerful groups that had overlapping interests and conversations about why they hated
Right.
the Kennedys and wanted to get rid of the Kennedys.
Right.
The mafia felt like they'd helped get him elected in the first place. They and the Teamsters. And then when he, in their view, pulled out of Bay of Pigs and then didn't do enough to get Castro out of what they felt was their town, they were quite proud of having built up their own little enclave in Havana.
Hmm.
They
Right.
were pissed. On top of that, RFK started an investigation into the mafia after
Ooh.
J. Edgar Hoover for decades had been telling Americans that the mafia was a myth, it didn't exist. J. Edgar Hoover was pissed at the Kennedys. The Kennedys hated Hoover, hated the FBI, like
Oh yeah.
every president before them since the creation of the FBI. But Hoover had dirt on the Kennedys, particularly on John,
Which
and
wasn't hard.
they were trying to get rid of him. They were trying to fire him.
Right.
The CIA hated the Kennedys for a whole bunch of reasons. He said he was going to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces. And then
Right.
of the fourth one, LBJ. Lyndon Baines
Mm.
Johnson hated the Kennedys. It had been known that when he was going to run for his second term, he was going to get rid of
Mm.
LBJ off the ticket.
Right.
LBJ spent his life wanting to be president. He believed it was his destiny to be president. And he kind of knew that if he was off the ticket, that was it. At his age, he was never going to get another
Yeah.
shot at it.
Starting over.
And
Exactly.
he deeply hated the Kennedys. LBJ had criminal ties, some crimes associated with him were under investigation in November of 1963. And of course, he was from Texas. Kennedy was
Yeah.
assassinated in Texas. So you have these four very powerful interests that did benefit from the death of Kennedy and then from the death of Bobby Kennedy.